Hello and welcome to FACEIT North American edition. I am here with Threat tonight, as we've sent Dan to a faraway place. How are you?
I'm good. Looking forward to casting some North American CS. The first game is Liquid versus Luminosity on your favorite map, Inferno.
Oh great, and more Inferno. Just bring me all the Infernos. I've casted almost exclusively Inferno this week, and here's one more. But different teams, different strats, different players, different personalities, all good in the hood. So we should have 3 games for you, of which that is the first. All the guys and coaches are on the server at the moment, so we should be good to start soon. Again, if you are new to the FACEIT League, then we can go through the format for it very quickly for you, so you can see how things roll here. 6 teams in North America, 8 in Europe, 8 in Oceania. You in North America and Europe have the home and away system, where the away team vetoes 2 of the 7 maps in the map pool, and the home team picks from the remaining 5. In Oceania, they currently play each other once, whereas the other regions, they play each other twice, excuse me, not twice. That's where you get the home and away system. We can have a look at the rankings as well to see where these players are currently in the league. Again, Cloud9 going on tour of the world almost, so they've got all their games out of the way already, and they're sitting pretty there with 24 points. And I think they're probably going to be making their way to LAN, as they've only lost 2 games, and everyone else has at least lost 3. So based on that, they're basically going to LAN. Actually,
yeah, it would be extremely strange.
That's actually very simple math there.
Yes.
And yeah, so Cloud9 are making it to LAN. So all these guys will be fighting for the 2nd spot here. And again, guys, while on the subject of knives, this is a knife round, make sure you hit the follow button on the channel. We're getting pretty damn close to 575,000 followers now, at which point we will be giving away a Bayonet Crimson Web minimal wear, which is one of my knives. I'll be giving this away to one of you guys in the chat. We'll also be giving away a field-tested Howl M4A4, which you can see there. So both of these will be given away with about 5,000 more followers and an Asimov. The Asimov will be an open raffle for everyone to enter, and the M4 Howl and the Bayonet will be sub-only raffle. So everyone has a chance to win something. Here at FACEIT, no subscription needed.
And we actually saw Luminosity play Liquid yesterday, a game where Luminosity won 16-14. On, I think it was Mirage. So what do you think? Liquid or Luminosity?
I think that on a good day, Team Liquid should be the 2nd best team in North America at the moment, excluding Keydstars. I don't know where they fit into the puzzle, but they're not in the FACEIT League. They didn't make it through the qualifier, so between Cloud9 and Team Liquid, I think they're the top 2 teams. So I would generally favour Team Liquid. Although Luminosity, I think it's Luminosity, right, who have Days coaching them now.
Yeah, I think so.
So I would expect a tighter ship. I would expect there to be a tighter ship in general. Now, well, as time goes on for Luminosity, who knows how long it will take them to firm everything up to a certain level. But we'll see. We'll see if there is an immediate impact or if there will be a longer term one. Anyway, it's going to be Team Liquid starting the pistol on the T side, first pistol. Luminosity with a standard setup. Maybe we'll see a timing nade here from Anger down towards Banana. It seems he will do so. Or maybe he's waiting for LeX. Actually, LeX is holding a tight angle, so I think he might be waiting for LeX to spot the player. Indeed, LeX playing all the way down at the car, so he can spot until Anger went to throw the nade.
And only one Kevlar here on Luminosity, opting to go for a CZ. 2 guys with full set of nades and PTR with that HE and defuse kit. They have 2 smokes, so we might see the sneaking in a defuse play if Liquid manages to plant the bomb.
Okay, so the smoke's going to go down on Banana, and it looks like Luminosity likely to rotate a player over towards the A site, as they're not seeing any action whatsoever in Banana. So these nades will allow them to put 4 people to kind of bolster their hold over towards the B bomb site. You can see the smokes coming in towards the arch area there from Team Liquid, but they're still all the way at bottom mid, and it looks like they're going to play against the information Luminosity think they have and push towards the B bomb site. The smoke will go down, but they're going to go straight through the smoke. It's going to be LeX versus 5. That nade is going to come in and do a bit of damage to FugLy and flowsicK. No kills for either side yet. And LeX will try and stay alive as long as he can to allow teammates to rotate. He will find 2 frags and the bomb. The bomb's going to be in a dark spot. Finally, Team Liquid get the frag back. But look, the CTs are all over the sites already. There's only 8 seconds left. They're not going to find a plant here. So EliGE will go for it desperately. He's stuck in the fountain, tries to get out, and that proved to be a disaster for Team Liquid.
I wonder why Liquid waited so long to do anything. They just camped in the T slope for about 40 or 50 seconds before they decided to push towards B. Maybe they watch a replay or something from Luminosity where they go aggressive banana, because they didn't really gain any ground waiting there, and seeing as Luminosity had a smoke which they saved for that B push, it was very hard for Liquid to do anything there.
Yeah, so it seems like at some point they thought, okay, let's play on the assumption that there's one person B, but it still didn't work out for them. They didn't get the kill fast enough, didn't get the bomb planted at all, and just ran out of time at the end. So they're going to go for another B approach. This time they'll be up top banana a bit earlier. Smoke going to go for CT. We'll see how far they can get. Spray down coming in from LeX. His teammate will push through the smoke, but Anger's going to get taken out by the P250. Headshot will be the one tap to take him away. And FugLy will continue with that FAMAS. Force Buy is in here for Team Liquid, so we've got flowsicK and FugLy with armor. But they're up against 4 Luminosity players. That could be another rifle picked up, actually. No, it won't be. That could have changed a lot, I guess, again with 2 players having armor. Indeed, FAMAS is finally going to get picked up, but adreN will go straight down. FugLy and flowsicK remaining. Heat and Posse set up here on the site. Here's the first frag. 2 more players to find. They're all going to go. And Peter has the kit. And he will be allowed to find the defuse here. He should just about have enough time. Indeed he will.
And adreN challenging a bit too much there at construction, considering his teammate was playing very passively back on the site. Usually you want to either go all 3 aggressive or all 3 play passive. It's very hard to do anything together when you just challenge us there alone, but nice save there from Luminosity, not losing that force buy.
Alright, so Luminosity will carry on with 4 rifles, and pyth is going to continue with just the Tech 9 actually. We'll have a look at the money he's got in the bank. He's got 3,400 in the bank here. So I don't know if he's saving for an AWP to drop to Peter, or what the purpose of this non-buy is. Liquid moving up to top mid. Bomb is being held a little bit behind. Probably just for safety reasons. Health and safety. And that nade will be bad for the health of the Team Liquid side. NAF-FLY though going to come in with a 2-man spray down. Peter will get 2 of his own, and he'll pick up the rifle that presumably was dropped by a teammate.
And Luminosity winning that round flawlessly, able to build up a small bank here, so won't be forced on eco, even though if Liquid would win this round. And a full buy, of course, here from Liquid, going into the first weapon round of this half. The bomb is going towards second mid, so I think we're going to see a default round here from Liquid.
Okay, so we had Nitro moving up part of banana, but again, we've got that smoke that you commonly see from NIP on the corner of the car. It's commonly thrown from a rail in CT spawn, but Liquid deep towards A at the moment. We've got nades coming in from both sides. NAF-FLY going to be completely blind, and that's going to be the pit area lost. This is a really good start here for Team Liquid, actually. Only the B rotation plays are left, so this round is pretty much over already.
Yeah, classic T Inferno play where you walk close apartments towards the big pit, and you just hope that the CTs won't try to gain any information in apartments. And when you're up close on apartments, you actually can hit this awkward timing for the CTs where you just run out, maybe with 1 pop flash only, and just try to overwhelm the CTs.
Yeah, Team Luminosity definitely caught short there, and that's going to be a monster round for Team Liquid. Surviving with 5 players unless they get picked at bottom mid from one of these 2 CTs, sorry. They're going to have a nice stack in the back corner of the site to make sure they don't get picked by any unruly counter-terrorists. So it seems we may see another buy here from Luminosity. Peter sitting on 7k, going to pick up the big green gun. Lots of FAMASs as well, so they don't want Team Liquid to have any momentum. Reasonable amount of nades coming out here for Luminosity as well. Versus the 5 AKs of Team Liquid, all carried through from the previous round.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, the bomb is towards B, towards T slope. So looking like a default round here for Liquid. Just gonna gain control of that banana and work from there.
That could have been a kill onto Anger. That nade will do a little bit more damage and leave him on 16 HP. He had already taken a bit of damage in the initial presence towards Banana. You can see Liquid with a lurker in the apps as well. And flowsicK in second mid, starting to move into the apps to support his teammate, making sure they can trade if any CTs are advanced in that position.
And this is a very good spread of the players for Liquid. They have control of Banana. The bomb is between the sites, so they don't have to commit to any sites yet. Looks like they're rotating back now to go for that A push, but 3 people on B here from Luminosity. Great read here from Liquid going towards the A site.
Alright, and the CTs are playing somewhat passively, although pyth's got a very sneaky position that may net a few frags. It's almost like a... well, it's just a very unexpected angle. If Liquid go around that corner, their crosshairs are definitely going to be a lot lower than where pyth is. And if a flash does come in, then he'll be able to escape. Although, if you can see FugLy lurking in the apps there, that could be a dangerous position. The Boiler Pete going to come in, and he's going to catch flowsicK unawares. He will go down. pyth will immediately move back to play the crossfire between pyth and the site. pyth will take the second player down, EliGE. He'll finally get traded by Nitro. And but there's still NAF-FLY in the pit. Okay, so we've got a player called pyth and an area called pyth. It's going to get confusing. But adreN's the only one left, and he's got 4 people coming for him. Luminosity will survive with 3 players after losing the previous round, so that will be good for their economy going forward.
And that was very surprising that Luminosity managed to win that round, and even in a quite convincing manner, because they only had 2 people defending A. They both had FAMASes, and Liquid just went... yeah, they just went towards A when only 2 people were there, and they didn't manage to do anything. Just great individual play there from pyth. And I don't know who was the second guy there on.
NAF-FLY was in the pit.
NAF-FLY, yeah.
Yeah, and it was good that he didn't. Once pyth went down, he kind of just waited for his teammates, because again, that's a very strong position to hold. So he allowed the plant to come in, so they could secure the round afterwards with the retake. Now we're going to see the 2-3 set up here on B and A, respectively, from Luminosity. Got those late nades coming down Banana. Again, AWP on Peter. He did survive with 3 plays in the previous round. Double nades coming in over the roof there from Luminosity. And the third one, it will finish off Anger after taking significant damage from the first 2. Nice little adjustments there, and maybe that's the work of Dazed. Okay, the coaches do analyze their opponents as well as the mistakes of the team that they are coaching. So that might be a play on the default of Luminosity. What am I talking about? Liquid did that to Luminosity.
Yeah,
I'm completely the wrong way around.
That standard peek in Banana, where you peek towards the car, usually never gain any information there, because all terrorists or all pro teams I've seen, they either flash through the smoke, pop flash, or they throw nades there. So right now in the meta, there's no point in actually standing there and peeking.
Alright, so Liquid seem committed to the B bomb site here. We've got a rotation through construction from, I think, Peter there with the AWP. We'll see if he gets smoked off. Indeed, he is going to be smoked off. He'll be able to poke over the coils, however, but it's going to be LeX finding all the frags. He'll eventually go down to EliGE. And flowsicK gets the rotator pit, leaving Peter in construction. They know where he is already as well. You can see he's just watching his behind there, but he's not going to be challenged just yet. His shadow will give the game away, and adreN will take him out. So again, I was talking complete gibberish earlier, but again, Team Liquid with a nice read on Luminosity with those double nades, and the third nade to finish Anger off in that area. And he did get considerably naded in the previous round, or the round before that as well, so it's Liquid who seem to have Luminosity's number.
Yeah, and great lurk there from flowsicK going up towards Arch, getting 2 free kills from behind. That was the key for Liquid winning that round. That actually it's forcing Luminosity to an eco now, so looking good here for Liquid.
Yep, there's a bit of a late exit from CT spawn from the Luminosity side. They're eventually going to put 3, maybe 4 over towards B, as pyth is now rotating from A as well. So that looks like B is going to be the stack, and only NAF-FLY will be towards A for the time being with the CZ. And he's been tagged already, and after he was tagged, Liquid started to move over toward that area, and I don't know if that's a read because they saw a player being aggressive, that maybe they think, okay, we've got one aggressive A, maybe the stack is B.
Yeah, because usually you want a guy going aggressive on the other side that the stack is, just to kind of scare the terrorist off. So I think it's just a read here from Liquid that the stack is on B.
Okay, well, NAF-FLY is making the call to his teammates. I hear lots of noise around me. He's not going to get the frag. I'm quite surprised, actually, with a CZ in that position. He could have done some good damage there, but Liquid going to check all the nooks and crannies. Now the rotation comes in from the remaining Luminosity players. They don't really have anything to lose here, rolling with P250s, Deagle and Anger. Liquid already have their lasers crossed all over the place towards B bomb site, A bomb site, and Luminosity will try to use those apps to their advantage.
And I wonder when teams will stop doing that, trying to scare them off on ecos, because it's so obvious, like peeking down mid and just pre-firing, like, don't go here, guys.
Now, in this situation, I've seen a previous Inferno where the T's were saving in the back corner of the pits when the bomb's going off on A, and they've had one person in the apps just to make sure that nobody, say, pushes through the apps and does something to stop them from saving in that corner. Because there was a time where GetRight had a Molotov on the CT side, and he was saving, and he threw the Molotov into that corner, and everybody died. There were like 3 people there, and they couldn't do anything, either fall to the flames or fall to the bomb.
That's the most awesome thing I ever heard.
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. But you know, you do have to be wary of those kind of plays. Even with a pistol, just tagging him down with a P250 could have been enough there. He's got nothing else to lose, so he may as well go for it. So I would have liked to have seen an attempt there from Luminosity, but maybe they didn't want to give away the extra money because they would have had to elephant stomp all the way down there. Anyway, going to see 3 over towards the A site again here from Luminosity. You can see they are on a very stretched buy, starting to lack helmet, starting to lack nades. You can see the FAMAS onto Anger.
And once again, they do this very close to apartment play.
FugLy waiting for the peak in the usual spot, but NAF-FLY is taking a very weird angle. He will be traded, and it will be advantage Liquid as they have 4 to the 3 and entire control of pit. We're seeing a save towards B from Luminosity already, as it is far too late for these guys to go for the retake. By the time they get over there, first they've got a man disadvantage, second they've only got 1 person with a kit, thirdly Team Liquid are going to be in their post-plant positions, and it should be they should lose the round and all their guns probably 85% of the time.
Yeah, and I wonder how Luminosity will answer this, because this is the second time in 7 rounds that Liquid just goes for walking up apartments and just rushing on contact from the opponents, basically. And it worked both of the time, so maybe Luminosity should try to go aggressive apartments in the beginning, try to gain some information. Maybe they should try to smoke it to stop that early timing. There's a lot of things you can do, but obviously they have to do something.
So 4 to 4. And things still being difficult here for Luminosity. They're going to force it up pit, working the Mag 7. We'll see where he's playing the quad area, so might be playing at boiler or apps. We'll have to see how he does with it later on. They have got a reasonable amount of nades. Molotov starting to come out for the CT side as well. This time they'll have 4 defuse kits. Of course, Liquid having a whale of a time here. 3 rounds, 1 in a row. And now you can see there's an adjustment here from the CTs. They're playing much more aggressive apps. We've got Pit in boiler with the Mag 7, and he's got support, I think, from NAF-FLY on the balcony area. Pit with a second frag, could find himself a 3rd one. Just cannot find that meat shot to get the 3rd frag, but he's made a difference here and made some cash to boot.
Yeah, and I think he did 50 damage to 2 people there in mid. Not able to get those kills though.
So Liquid, now their numbers are starting to wear thin. Only adreN, oh, he's just getting burned alive here. Tries to push through to find himself an advantage, but he will not. And Luminosity will look to pick up that AWP as well. So they'll survive with 4 players. Again, with the tough time they've had, that will be important going forward. AWP thrown over to Peter.
Yeah, and Liquid will be able to buy. Wouldn't be surprised if they just go back to playing the default round here, Team Inferno, which we see 90% of the rounds, 90% of the games, where you just go 2 or 3 people banana, take control of it, force the CTs into defensive positions on B, and then either go for the A or B execute. Very simple stuff.
EliGE had a basket on his head, and a grenade landed in it. That grenade thrown much earlier than we saw in the pistol round, and that will leave him on 50 HP. And Nitro, they're going to get the opening frag onto Anger there, avoiding the pop flash from the CTs. And here we go. LeX going to try and hold things down there, but they know where he is. He's taking a lot of damage as well. Gets traded by adreN, and the bomb will instantly go down. We've got pyth holding an angle onto the site. Bit of a crack through the smoke there. pyth looking for rotations. 2 Liquid players in the banana area, and pyth will be full flashed. And it looks like they're going to give up on this round as well. Forced to retreat once again from the strong push by Team Liquid here. They've just got all the answers.
A great read there from Liquid, knowing that they were not going to play outside there in banana, because they just walked up banana without any nades, didn't telegraph that they were pushing there or anything, and just as soon as Luminosity tried to go out with that pop flash, Nitro got that kill and they just pushed after that.
Yeah, Luminosity having a tough time here on the CT side. 5 rounds from 10 for Team Liquid is a very good start indeed.
And this is quite refreshing from Liquid. Usually see very slow T-sided rounds. They have actually just pushed very quickly and gotten the bomb down at like 110 or something. This is quite unusual for Inferno.
See a mixed buy from Luminosity again. Double FAMAS coming out. They've still got the open to pyth, but he needs to get it working here. So far, Luminosity have struggled to hold down the B bomb site, and Liquid will put 3 men early. They will just make sure they have control of that and then move out. pyth going down actually, so that AWP not getting worked. We picked up by pyth, and we'll see if he can do anything with it. He'll be fully flashed and smoked off, so he's going to be gone as well. That's more map lost here for Luminosity. And they're rotating a player from B over towards A.
And at this position as CT, you're in a 4v5. You cannot really spread out, because then you're just going to be weak on both sides. So you have to take a risk here. You have to gamble a site.
But Anger's moves back to Speedway after initially coming to Arch, and it seems like he's going to try and hold an angle on Arch from Speedway, but now he's moved to a more passive position towards B. So it seems that Luminosity are very uncertain as to what might be happening here. If you look at the minimap, you can see they don't have any information because of the passive positions they've been forced into by Team Liquid. So they're just literally taking gambles and leaving it 2-2. Push slowly coming in towards Arch, but pyth is getting work out of this AWP. Speaking of pyth, NAF-FLY will go down in the pyth area from EliGE, and pyth finds another frag with that AWP, so he leaves it down to a 2 versus 2. He'll finally go down to adreN, but he is definitely given Luminosity a fighting chance in this round. Last 2 players don't have a kit. LeX has a flashbang, which he's just thrown somewhere, and that's about it. Just going to clear out the boiler area, it seems, to make sure he's not getting flanked as he goes towards quad. That timing will be perfect to stop him from coming down quad, though. Anger going to find the dink, and the 2 remaining Liquid players are very, very low indeed. There goes the first one. Again, no kit on these 2 CTs. LeX will find the last frag, but I don't think he's going to have time for this, and he knows already that he doesn't. Picks up an AK and gets the hell out of there.
Yeah, impressive stuff there from pyth, almost making a 3K, or maybe he got a 3K, almost.
He got at least 3, yeah.
Yeah, he got 3K, almost making it a 4K and saving his team that round. But the last guy barely had time to defuse that bomb. So nice try there from Luminosity. I thought that Liquid were actually going to win that round more convincingly after they got that entry kill, and only with 2 people on A. So great stuff there from both teams.
Yeah, pyth is having a tough time connecting with the big green gun, but he'll be reduced to a P250 for this round and a HE grenade. NAF-FLY and LeX going for Kevlar, NAF going for the smoke and the defuse kit. And again, Liquid doing a good job of just forcing Luminosity out of map control. And you saw in the last round, they had 3 people with an early presence towards B. And then the CTs didn't really go for like a retake after that, and the mind games allowed them to control banana for most of the round without having people as deep as they do right now.
And it's very annoying to play versus a stack on Inferno, because you have to push the site so deep before you have any clue where the stack actually is.
Yeah, and this time they don't have the aggressive peek in mid that we saw previously. LeX taking some nade damage somewhere, but that's about it. pyth, he's going to be rotating between B and A, it seems. Currently in the library, running back towards B now. And now back towards A. So I think these nades will be the cue for him to push over there. So a bit of a different stack tactic here from Luminosity, and he'll hear these players running, and maybe he'll go for the flank immediately. Indeed, that's what he's going to do. Coming straight out of the library to try and find a flank here. And I think I might have gone for maybe a knife onto adreN. I didn't see it, but adreN will find the frag onto Peter. So, pyth in control of the apps for now. He'll be traded. But it was a nice hold there, waiting for his teammates to rotate so they could run distraction and try and get some damage done. For now, it will be only adreN going down. And Anger just holding an angle to try and steal the cheeky weapon.
Yeah, and 7-5 lead here for Liquid. Luminosity did, however, eco this round and manages to get 2 kills, so a decent eco from Luminosity at least. But still, being Liquid leading 7-5 already, and they should actually go away from this half with a lead. So things not looking that great from Luminosity right now.
Okay, so Peter's picking up the AWP again. We'll see if there is a different approach there, if he can make something work here for his team here. Only 1 kit on the Luminosity side as well, so they need to hope that there is not a bomb plant here. That nade will do nice damage, and the follow-up from pyth will bring 2 kills. He's been doing well for Luminosity so far. Peter finally finding a frag there, taking down EliGE. And all of a sudden, only adreN remains, carrying the bomb. Let's have a look at the money very quickly for both teams. The T's don't have great money either. I was going to say we'll see how much damage he could do, but Anger will finish things off there and answer the question for us.
And once again, Liquid just going for a very fast push this time through middle. And as we said earlier, this is something very unusual to see us T on Inferno. Usually the teams want to take control of Banana and they just wait out the smokes on B, and you usually can see the actual commit come in when it's 15 to 20 seconds left of the round.
Okay, so Peter going to get flashed as he goes towards the card to get a pick. He'll get naded to 50 HP, but he will find the pick. So, advantage Luminosity. He's going to rotate back towards the A site, leaving 2 towards B. However, Team Liquid are holding steadfastly towards B at the moment. There is maybe an attempt at a peek there on mid, but flowsicK just going to be loitering, keeping sure that there's no flank coming in. So flashes from Liquid, as anyone facing them from the site would have been completely blind there, and that is going to be a fast clearance of the B bomb site. And once again, Luminosity with no choice but to save.
Yeah, and if they save all these 3 weapons, they have a chance to take the last round. However, Liquid will go to that second half with at least an 8-7 lead. And once again, Liquid just pushing Banana really fast with almost every player. Did lose that first guy to Peter, but it just kept going, and then as soon as they got the 2 kills on the B side, managing to smoke off CT spawn, there's nothing the remaining CT players can do there.
Alright, so they should be able to save these for the next round. The last round of the first half. 8 rounds on the board on the T side of Inferno. This is pretty monstrous from Team Liquid. And doesn't look good for Luminosity. But who knows what will happen in the next half. But we're still into the last round, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and as always, you can make the comeback as T on a C-decided map if you win the pistol and just gain control of the economy. And looks like, yet again, a very fast Banana take here from Liquid.
So, flashes coming in. Nades won't connect with Peter on this occasion. They did have 3 people over towards B once more. But there will be no fruit to the labour. All the Liquid players are alive. EliGE taking heavy damage. But he is one for the headshot. You can see Liquid just hanging out in the apps again. Just breaking into people's houses. Moving towards A. Luminosity forced into more passive positions than I'm sure they would have liked. They're going to be playing a different setup towards the balcony area. Just at the cute angle, which also gives you a little peek onto quad. And can help you avoid a number of flashes, but not all. Can still be flashed through the apps from that angle. And Team Liquid start to move towards B now that they've forced Luminosity back on the A side. So Luminosity have little to no info on A. And Liquid will abuse that and move towards B. Peter moving into the library area, now going back towards the site as the push comes in towards A. And we're going to have adreN holding down the rotations here into CT spawn, but let's see how the frags go towards B. First we have the trades coming in, Anger taking one down and being taken down by Nitro. Two people will peek LeX and he will fall. adreN holding down the rotation. Peter's made it past adreN. NAF-FLY finally gets the better of him and the rotation will continue again. This time Luminosity can't save because it's the last round of the first half. 3 versus 3, they've got 2 kits, but they've got no nades. Team Liquid will merely hold angles. Well, they had a flash, maybe they picked it up, but that's it. And the clock is ticking here for the CTs. NAF the first to go down, and the rest will follow soon afterwards, making it 9-6 to Team Liquid.
Yeah, and even if Luminosity wins the pistol round now, it still only means that they're tied and they're T on Inferno, so things looking very grim here for Luminosity.
We always see weird and interesting things from Team Liquid on a pistol, as you saw on the T side. Looking forward to seeing what kind of strategy they will offer on the CT side as well. We should be getting into it very soon. And again, just while this match is paused, make sure you mash the follow button, guys. Maybe Producer Reese can give me an update as to how many followers we have. I was hoping that we'd make it to 575k today so we could do some giveaways. Ooh, we're 570, so we're about 5k away. The giveaways mostly end up happening during European times, but I'm keen to do more for North America and Oceania. So we should be about a minute away from the this game starting. So on the T side now, beyond the pistol rounds and the following 2 rounds, what do Luminosity need to do here to win, basically?
When they're down this much, they really can't take risks or do funky, risky plays. They just have to play the basics, have to play that default slow style we love as T on Inferno, where you take banana control, wait out the smokes, and just try to play. Yeah, just try to play very good basics, because they need so many rounds now. And not only that, they need to win the right rounds, because they, first of all, they need to win the pistol round, and after that, they need to take control of the economy, and hopefully they can reset Liquid's economy a few times.
I think one thing Liquid did very well on the T side was like they forced the CTs back, they forced Luminosity back into passive positions on both sides a lot, which means that they lack info. You know, you didn't see many or maybe any rounds where Luminosity had a smoke down the bottom of Banana, where Banana was closed off. You know, they played Car a few times, but you saw what happened with the nades there from Team Liquid, so that no longer became an option. They basically conditioned Luminosity not to do certain things.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect word there, that they conditioned them. If you go for the fast apartment play early in the game, as seen on Inferno, you're basically forcing the CTs to put 1 or 2 guys looking apartments early in the round. And as CT, you don't want to do that. You obviously want to play close to mid, try to go for the information play, try to throw some nades down towards T-slope, and just going towards the big pitch in the beginning of the round is just the worst feeling as CT.
Okay, so the pistol round, a crucial round here for Luminosity to win. You can see there's nothing crazy happening for Team Liquid here. They've got a fast push through apps, actually. EliGE is just racing all the way through the apps, so maybe there is something crazy going on. If you can get to the side of that door, that could be a lot of information, but he's going to get picked by LeX. So now Luminosity can play with this. They've got 3 people up deep into the top of Banana. Nitro is just waiting to throw that smoke down, but if he throws it when he sees a peek, it could be too late to stop a push here from the T side. And indeed, they come the nades, but they are coming in too late. Nitro will go down immediately, and flowsicK will be soon to follow, so that's an open B bomb site. adreN's close, however, and takes down NAF-FLY, but he will be traded through the smoke. LeX finishing off FugLy, so the Team Liquid team disappeared very fast following those initial frags.
Will Liquid go for the force buy here on the second round? We have talked about this a lot during the last few days. It seems like it rarely works out to go for the force buy. And we see 3 people going, yeah, all 5 is actually going for the full buy here.
This, I think Inferno used to be one of the maps that was stronger than the others. Maybe not strong, but stronger than the others for force buys on the CT side, purely because of all the little corners and places, especially when the CZ was broken. But then you saw the meta start to change, where you saw like Fnatic having 1 player with a Mac 10 going in to find the information, and the rest of his team will clean up afterwards, should they need to. And it's continued to evolve, so we'll see what Team Liquid can offer here versus Luminosity. They will start with 3 players over towards B. And Peter will hold a... Not Peter, actually. That's going to be a NAF-FLY holding a passive angle on Banana. Keeping some range between him and these one shooters. These 5.7s, these P250s, that CZ.
And it looks like the bomb is rotating back towards B here, so Luminosity not walking into the stack, and it's going to be very tough for LiQuid to win this round. However, they can be able to save 4 weapons if Luminosity go for the B site.
Yeah, and the armor as well. But we'll see what they opt to do. So LeX keeping an eye on things towards the A site. He's going to get dinked, actually. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to dink flowsicK. And Luminosity seem uncertain. And they've got 20 seconds left, and they've barely even breached the site. This is not how you want to take a site, especially in an anti-eco situation and when you haven't identified where the stack is. There's still a player in Fountain. They've got 10 seconds left to plant the bomb here. If he frags the bomb planter, then it's all going to go wrong. 4 seconds left. They're going to lose the round. They're going to lose the round.
I have no idea why they were so extremely indecisive. Because it was 30 seconds left, and it looked like, okay, let's go B. And then one guy runs out from B with a P250. And then everyone starts running back towards A. And halfway past like Vietnam towards mid, they would change their mind once again with 20 seconds left on the clock and go for the B push.
Okay,
I'm just going to put it like this. It's better to go into the stack with 40 seconds left than going into the site with 8 seconds left.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
It's weird.
I'm literally lost words. I don't know what to say.
Because
at all.
You can see sometimes in a 1v1 that players lose track of time. But it's very rare to see when everyone is alive, because then they...
That was crazy. They were barely at car on Banana with 20 seconds left. And there's a guy sitting at Fountain with a P250. That is just a recipe for disaster. And we're going to see another eco here from Luminosity. So unless something crazy happens, I just like... We see this from European teams as well, actually, where you get to the 40-second mark and then you start to get itchy feet and think, you know, teams like Hellraisers though, Na'Vi will make it work. But that's 40 seconds left. That's not 20 seconds left, and you don't know if anybody's on B or not, you know. So, but it's not like they were even challenged to that point. With 20 seconds left, there was barely a challenge in the whole round,
yeah,
which is the weirdest thing. Because it's not like they were slowing down.
There must be someone who made a bad call in the team that said, "Oh, they're stacking B" or something, which meant they started to fall back, and just a bit of miscommunication probably from Luminosity's side. But yeah, we're gonna go for the real first weapon round here. Luminosity on the T side, LiQuid up 12-7, bomb down T slope. So probably gonna see a default round here with 3 people actually towards second mid, so they're actually gonna go for the apartments take over the banana take.
Alright, so we'll see if Luminosity can impose their will onto these A players the way LiQuid did, the way LiQuid forced them out of the positions they want to be in with smokes, flashes and nades. We've got 2 players over towards Arch for LiQuid, with 1 playing balcony. Got Nitro and adreN. adreN with the AWP, so he's got support from the Rifler, but the Rifler is rotating back towards Quad. Could be a timing thing, actually, because we're seeing even further rotation. And again, this is something that we didn't see from Luminosity, the smoke all the way down the bottom of Banana. Maybe we saw it once, I'm not sure, but it wasn't very common at all. And again, actually, I think the only time we saw it was the pistol round. So, beyond this, like, this just gives LiQuid so much more control. Peter's going to push through. There's going to be a pop flash, but they finally found the trade, actually, and they're going to push through this really fast, but there's going to be a CT there in time. He's running out with a flashbang. Why? Luminosity and the rest of his team are going to be there, and he's not going to find the frag, so that's going to be the bomb site for the terrorist side with a man advantage. 2 Team LiQuid players going through to construction while Nitro sits behind the smoke. The shadows, though, will be at their disadvantage. Anger will know exactly where FugLy's head is and take him down. adreN and Nitro in a sticky situation. There's a frag for adreN, but it might be a case of trying to escape as opposed to trying to push. Anger's going to be close. Anger will find the frag. Actually, yeah, he will find the frag there. LeX taking down Nitro elsewhere.
The only way I can make sense of the player running out with his flash towards the terrace there, he obviously should have heard the footsteps. It must be someone in their TeamSpeak or something yelling. It's the only way I can make sense of it.
Yeah, I think surely one of the most ideal things he could have done there is just thrown the flash off the wall EliGE was about to pass into the pool area so he can face with the flashbang behind him. Then he's got a gun, then he can face with the gun instead of the flashbang.
The flashbang however, do 1 damage.
Actually, I remember when adreN was on iBuyPower, and I think it was at a major, I was listening to their comms, and he was just screaming, second oranges, but it was like he was the guy the singer from Linkin Park, like it was that, it was like that, it was literally the same as that, it was insane. I was thinking like, I don't know, it was insane. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of, some like, metal rock band type shouting going on. Luminosity with a pick, 2 picks, 2 fast picks together, FugLy getting 1 trade, and that will give Luminosity some information that the quad pit area is not completely clear.
And they should just stack a site here immediately now. 3v4, it's impossible to spread out a CT on Inferno with only 3 people. They're just gonna stack A. Looks like it's the wrong call, but this is still better since they will be able to save their guns at least.
So Luminosity executing onto what they will find to be an empty B bomb site here. And there's more than enough time for them to get the bomb down. As Team Liquid will go for the save towards A. So a turn in fortunes here for the Liquid side. Let's have a look at the cash.
There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty ropey. So they are feeling the constraints that they imposed on Luminosity in the first half. We'll see if they can have a stronger hold in the coming rounds.
Yeah, Luminosity playing the more default style here on Team Inferno compared to Liquid. They usually make their commitment very late into the round, especially on that anti-eco. They made the commitment to the site very late in the round. The first weapon round, it actually worked when they pushed through the smoking banana with only 30 seconds left. Because then they knew there was probably only be 1 guy there. They knew they were probably going to be able to smoke off CT spawn before the first guy rotates. And the guy running from CT spawn with a flash in his hand actually helped them a bit there also.
Okay, so Liquid going to start with 3 people over towards the B bomb site. Nades coming in. They are looking to take control of Banana once again, and that will be a great help to them as they struggle with their economy. But they're going to be stuck at top mid, and if they choose to peek, they could get taken out. There is a pyth with a big green gun to take down flowsicK. However, the 2 Liquid players who remain have a reasonable spot in Banana. adreN is there, and he does have a smoke grenade. EliGE does not. So they can retain Banana for a while longer. There's a nice flash from a teammate for FugLy to peek apps. Again, Team Liquid looking to get an edge here as they are a man down now. They don't have any vision though, so again, this is very similar to what they did to Luminosity. They're going to be forced back for different reasons, but they will be forced back nonetheless. See the peek coming in there from the pit to find out what is going on. The bomb is top mid, and B has been abandoned. Liquid are committing to the A site here.
And this is very smart play from Liquid. They have the lead 12-9. There's no point in gambling and spreading out, but just as I say that they're actually going to put 1 guy on B, just stack the A site here. Even though Luminosity, if they would go B, they could just save the weapon.
Yeah, absolutely, it's going to be a trade there onto the pit area, and here comes the push. You've still got 2 players in CT spawn, and they may not get here actually, they may get here fast enough, because Nitro's put in massive work, leaving Peter in a 1 versus 2. He's on the site, he's going to get 1 frag, straight into the face of adreN. adreN, he knows where the last player is, and he will find him with a P250. Great hold there by Peter in a difficult situation.
Extremely nice, well played from Peter. And
you're right there.
Yeah, got a bit of a cough. And yeah, I still like the play from Liquid there, where you just stack the A sites. That's something I want to see from more pro teams, because especially when you have a lead, there's no point in risking losing the weapons.
Nade! leaving EliGE and flowsicK on 24 HP each. That stack is a painful one. Somebody is going to need a stretcher after that. They had two CT players, however. They were in CT as opposed to Arch. Maybe to try and hide the fact that there was a stack, or maybe there was an alternate reason. But moving on, Team Liquid have the 2-round advantage here, which is getting smaller and smaller. Again, they are on the eco and they've taken damage, but that stack continues. Turning into a 3-man stack here. Anger's going to be in for a surprise. He has shot straight in the head. Trades coming in for both teams. 3 versus 3 now. And adreN will get the advantage for his team. Going to have to try and avoid those flames. And he will move to the fountain. The infamous fountain that cost Luminosity around a few rounds ago. 2 versus 2. And with the flank coming in from Liquid, they will be able to pick up some weapons. FugLy's got the AK there. And he's going to find LeX just about get the headshot. Now it's Peter again in a 1 versus 1. Full health. AK now instead of the AWP, which may make him a little more agile. Should not require a PT50, but Nitro, one of the nastiest aimers in the North American scene, will rip Peter's head off to take it 13-10 here for Luminosity. Liquid winning the eco.
Yeah, and getting up to 13-10 now. It's going to be very tough for Luminosity to do anything from this position.
Yeah, you can see the money is all over the place. Peter starting with 8k, LeX with 2,900. They all get the buyout. They cannot afford to have Liquid win any more rounds. LeX will be reduced to the Deeg. 3 AKs and AWP.
And the bomb is going towards second mid here, so looks like a standard default round here from Luminosity. 2 people out for Liquid in Banana, very default for them as well. Just trying to go for that early Banana control. However, falling back towards the B side here, and I like that though, because they realize that if they stand out there towards the car, they're probably just going to be get naded, or the terrorist is just going to pop flash through that smoke. So there's actually no point in standing outside in Banana there.
Yeah, but last time they got those mollies down and went for the late vision down Banana, they did get picked over the smoke by Peter, and he was looking for the same thing, so maybe now it's his turn to condition Liquid not to do such a thing, and they will be forced to that passive position. flowsicK moving around construction. Well, we have players coming through the crawl space. Still 3 Liquid players towards A, but again, they've been forced into passive positions just like Luminosity were, so they won't have the information. adreN, though, maybe gambling that it might be a B push coming in, and it's going to have to be a gamble as they are lacking information indeed. Peter going for a peek there. He's seen a player, and there's the frag onto flowsicK. Will they push the smoke, though? You can see that flash into pool that Liquid needed a few rounds ago. Molotovs all over the shop from both teams. And Angle will go through the flames to find himself into pool. NAF-FLY coming in for support. Flashbang's coming in. EliGE going to find himself the first frag. Flames taking down adreN. And NAF-FLY taking damage as well. There's still Molotovs doing damage. And there's 4 seconds. Luminosity will get the bomb plot just in time. And they will retain a man advantage. But everyone's been heavily tagged here on the T side. And Nitro's going to come in and take down 2 players. Looking for the third. Opting for the CZ. But FugLy will steal the final kill. And after a bit of a crazy war of attrition on the bomb site, Liquid will make it and take it to 14.
And Liquid handled the time there very well. I like the position they're defensive on the site when it's only 10 seconds left, because the terrorists obviously have to force themselves up because it's only 10 seconds left. And if you stand in that super awkward corner, it takes so long for the terrorists to actually kill you. They have to push up so far to actually get an angle on you. So great play from the guy defending B there for Liquid.
So we have a force from Luminosity, which includes the auto shotgun. We've seen this, I think it was Sean Grills who was using this the other day and got himself 2 or 3 frags. Now we see it in North America once again, this time on NAF-FLY. So, fast push towards the balcony area, and that smoke may deter them from pushing through. They've lost a man already. EliGE firmly in control of Banana at present. He does have a smoke to replenish that paper-thin wall. We did see a push previously from Luminosity, but this one would be a lot more difficult. Oh, that dink through the smoke, leaving Pit on 10 HP as EliGE moves back. And that's very timely indeed as the flashbang comes in. They go for the push here. Anger will fall. There are 2 players as well towards the B bomb site. Nade coming in. Pit now 4 HP. 1 player site, 1 player CT. And there's a flash that flowsicK needed to do before peeking in a previous round. Flash into the pool area, but the push continues here from Luminosity, starting to fall now. EliGE taking down pyth. NAF-FLY with the auto shot, he won't be able to get any work done, and it will be 15-10 in favor of Team Liquid. A few match points for Liquid.
I'm just going to presume that was a wrong buy from a player.
An MP7 could have been a choice there, especially when they're going for the force and they're going to be moving a lot. But
yeah, exactly, and it's so awkward to push the sights with a shotgun as well. It's so much better when you're playing defensive, and not even then it's good. So it's a very odd decision to buy that auto shotgun.
Okay, so the force coming out again from Luminosity, of course, as they are up against match point now. They are without choice, and they are losing members fast. EliGE taking down 2 in the banana area and a 3rd, and we've just got bodies flying all over the place. Put your hands over your heads, people, or buy some helmets. LeX remains, and he's got an AWP. How long will he last? Not very long at all. FugLy finding the final frag there, making it 16-10 Team Liquid. Luminosity, I think, did a fair job of putting pressure on the CTs and forcing them to move back, especially on the A-bomb site, but Liquid maybe did it so much better in the first half.
Yeah, I completely agree. Liquid just looked more solid, and you can see some lack of experience there from Luminosity, especially with that awkward anti-eco. And I actually think that's just a lack of experience, because getting into that panic mode as terrorists on the anti-eco is just usually a sign of that.
It looks almost like a tug of war, like 2 people deciding to do different things, like I want to go this way, I want to go that way. Holy crap, we're at car and there's 20 seconds left. But, you know, these things happen, and hopefully they won't happen again. It is a learning experience after all. So that's the first game of the evening out of the way. We will go to a short break while we set up the second one. So we will see you in a few minutes.